Originally, I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I was born and raised there. And I joined the military when I was 19. I graduated in June, and I left in September of 1993. Basically, my grandfather was my inspiration for joining the military. He is a World War II veteran, Bronze Star, Purple Heart, Silver Star. He served like over 2 years in combat in Pacific there. He was in New Guinea. They were very supportive of me. They were glad that I was going to kind of establish myself and get a career. Well, when I went in, I was 5'5" and 104 pounds. So I was very, very small. There was only 2 other people smaller than me. So just gaining weight to be able to carry a 50-pound rucksack and march 20, 30 miles was challenging. In all, I served over 21 years, so I've been to 14 different countries. I was never in direct combat. I did deploy to Cuba to deal with prisoners of war and refugees for a different time period. And then I was also in a support role throughout my career, and then also support role as a fireman in Bulgaria for a forward base in Europe. Especially in the military, there's a lot of high stress environment, and you're put through a lot of stressful times. So when there's downtimes, you're always trying to joke with each other, pull pranks on each other, different things to where just to make people laugh. Well, after active duty, I went into the Reserve National Guard. So it's 1 week in a month, 2 weeks out of the year. After 21 years, I just decided it was time for me to move on. After active duty, it was interesting because you're in a regiment and you're used to like the rules and regulations of the military. So it took me a little bit. My wife and family kid me that I'm still the drill instructor in the house. To me, I'm always going to be a service member. You know, if I could still do it, I would, but it just didn't work out to continue on. After 21 years, they kind of like, all right, your time is up. I mean, I'm physically and mentally capable of doing it, but it was time for me to move on. Probably my family, you know, my grandparents were a big influence in my life, and leaving them behind was hard. But I knew it was the right thing. My grandfather, after World War II, never got in an airplane, and I knew I did the right thing when he actually got on a train from Michigan and rode the train all the way out to Southern California to see me graduate. Well, I like my two favorite, of course, being a fireman. I got to go on a lot of the major wildfires in like 2013. 2014, around that time. There was a bunch that I got to go on. And then my other favorite was probably being attached to an infantry platoon or tow platoon. The tightness of that group rivals nothing that I've ever dealt with. I went over and just talked to the Marine recruiter, and the Marine recruiter said, "You're probably too small." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "You're probably too small to be a Marine. You weigh like 100 pounds. You're a wet noodle. You're nothing. Maybe bulk up and then we'll see." And I'm like, "No,